on at Whitten Field here as we get ready to honor our Cougar sophomores before the final conference matchup of the season, where the Cougars will be hosting Antelope Valley College. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Frieda and welcome to this edition of Cougar Softball on the Cougar Sports Network. It's going to be a great day here as the Cougars fight for second place in the East Division standings. But first, some ceremonies as we honor the sophomores here at College of the Canyons at Whitten Field. And before that, some of our team was able to get out on the field yesterday with the Cougars. They make it look easy on the infield, don't they? Well, I had a chance to go out there and see just how tough it is to turn the perfect double play. I'm out here with the Cougars softball team before they honor their sophomores tomorrow against Antelope Valley College. And one of the biggest strengths of this Cougars team has been their infield defense. So today, I'm going to get out there with them and they're going to show me how to turn the perfect double play. So we're out here, we have Sophia Trujillo, Beth Rowe, Memory Munoz, and Val Ramirez, and we're gonna go through a perfect double play. We're gonna start here at the shortstop position with Mem. Everyone else is gonna get over to their positions, and we're gonna just walk through it real quick. All right, so Memory, when you're getting a ground ball that's short, you know you have a runner at first and you're trying to turn two, what's the first thing you're thinking as you're giving a feed over here to Beth and second?
Just depends where I'm at. If I'm up in the hole, I'm gonna take a step back and go overhand. If it's taking up the middle, I'm gonna try to flip it to her, whatever's easiest. Yeah, if it's too slow, I'm gonna go one.
Got it. Yeah. And then Beth, as you're receiving that ball at second base, what are you thinking as you're preparing to either come over the bag or to back off of it and make that relay on the first?
I'm just thinking about anything I could do, obviously, to help Mem take away some of the complication of it. If it's in the hole, just coming over and helping her with that. And up the middle, talking about flips, just talking to her the whole time, letting her know I'm here for her.
Okay, cool. So let's give it a try real quick, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
Tailor-made right there. Easy little flip.
Right here. Look.
Good turn. Little tap of the bag on the toe by Memory. Gives her that extra momentum to make a strong throw on to first and complete the double play.
Good, Beth.
Both hands down from Beth over at second base. Memory, good job of timing her arrival to the second base bag. Able to just drag that right foot over it. Be able to push off and get momentum on that relay throw to first to complete it. On that one, she charges that ball. A little slow hopper, opts to go to first base. Doesn't really have to play at second with that secondary lead for the runner on first, taking the safe out there. Now this one hit a little bit harder. She moves into it, little glove flip to the second baseman, relay to go on to first. You made that look pretty easy. So what do you think? You think I can get in there and I'm able to do that? I don't know. All right, let's give it a try. I'm gonna take some here. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
All right, Ashley, you ready?
Yeah. Do. Yeah.
Oh, come on, that's all you got. Come on, look harder. Get harder now. Slow chopper. I said she made it look easy, right? You got body up? I'm gonna be feeling that one tomorrow.
Do. Right here. Oh! Do. What?
All right, you guys are a lot better at this than I am, so I'm just gonna leave the double plays to you guys. Great job and good luck tomorrow against Antelope Valley. All right, guys?
Thank you.
All right. And the Cougars surely do make it look easy on the infield. I can attest to that firsthand as we honor our sophomores here and get the opening lineups from John Tyler, our PA announcer, Elizabeth Rowe and Gabriela Gonzalez, the two sophomores on the College of the Canyons Cougars softball team, giving their bouquet of flowers. We'll be right back with starting lineups and first pitch.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a one-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
COC's Fire Technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry you choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
The new media journalism program focuses on hands-on training for up-and-coming multimedia journalists.
We do shows every 2 weeks, and students put together their own stories. They go out and shoot them, they do the voiceover, they edit them together. It's a really, really cool hands-on experience.
If you want to dive right into the world of journalism, this is the only place to do it.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry you choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
Live from Whitten, you're looking on at College of the Canyons softball as the Cougars get ready to host their final regular season game, a conference matchup with Antelope Valley College. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Frieda. We're just about set for first pitch here on Sophomore Day here in Santa Clarita. Beautiful day, wind blowing just a little bit out toward left field, but otherwise sunny with some scattered clouds. Well, this game is a big one, folks. Just one game separating these two teams in the conference as College of the Canyons looks to take this one and get in place for a tie for second in the Southeast Division standings. Antelope Valley coming into today with an 8-3 record. Meanwhile, the Cougars 7-4, but hold the equalizer, the tiebreaker, going to College of the Canyons thanks to their head-to-head record versus LA Mission. They're 2-0 versus LA Mission. Meanwhile, Antelope Valley dropping a game against them earlier this week. So a win here today would give College of the Canyons sole possession of second place as they look to make a bid for a playoff berth. And your outfield and defensive alignment for the Cougars: Ali Melgar at third base, Memory Munoz at short, Alyssa Silva at second, Sabrina Engelbrecht at first, Brianne Tolan left, Ashlyn Heck in center, and Julia Fuentes in right make up the outfield, with Lisa Motes behind the plate, and Samantha Flores coming off her absolute gem over this weekend against Antelope Valley will be going back to the circle looking for the same results. Sam Flores returning to the circle, and that was actually against Palomar, where she went 7 innings of 1-run ball, giving up just 6 hits. Her minor blemish, just a solo home run off the bat of Alexia Terrazas. But other than that, toughed her way through a couple innings with runners on base, and was able to give the Cougars a split of the doubleheader with the number 4 ranked team in California. Meanwhile, COC coming into play today, 20th in the state of California, and they'll be facing the Antelope Valley College Marauders. They'll have Ariel Nito leading off, followed by Haley Johnson, Savannah Cervantes, Naeli Delgado hits cleanup, Amy Manzo 5th, Trinity Holman bats 6th, Denise Carrillo hitting 7th, Victoria Alcantara, the pitcher, will hit 8th, and Alana Hernandez will bat 9th. And first pitch from Sam Flores is popped up on the left side of the infield, and Ali Melgar is there to make the call. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Sam Flores opening her day with an easy 1 pitch out as Nito is retired. And it'll bring up Haley Johnson now, the left fielder for the Marauders. Sam absolutely terrific in the circle on Saturday in Game 2 versus Palomar. As her pitch to Johnson misses inside, ball 1. Sam had just 1 strikeout, but a big one for the second out in the 7th inning on a beautiful off-speed pitch. As her 1-0 pitch goes high. As she froze Ayana Hernandez for the second out of the 7th before a little bit of controversy on an illegal pitch where she stepped out of the box on what should have been the final out on a fly ball to left field that Breed Tall handled. The next batter, Allison Amato, doubled in the right center, but for naught as Sarah Martinez flew out to end the game. This one's hit in the center. Ashlyn Heck tracking it and back pedals in front of the wall to make the catch for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down to start the day for Flores, and it'll bring in Savannah Cervantes. The Marauders wearing their maroon pants and maroon tops with white pinstripes going up the pants and white pinstripes going down the jersey, white belt, white socks, and a white visor. The Cougars wearing their home white on white with blue socks, blue Cougars across the chest, and blue and white visors. Sam dents the outside corner with that one, and we're even at 1-1. Antelope Valley coming into play today, 27-12, 8-3 in conference play, and 6-6 on the road. They're on a 2-game winning streak after a doubleheader sweep of San Diego Mesa over the weekend. Both of those wins coming by run rule in the 5th inning. The Cougars, meanwhile, had a 3-game winning streak entering the weekend. It was snapped as they dropped game 1 of their doubleheader versus Palomar, but a valiant effort from Sam Flores in the circle in game 2 got them back to their winning ways, as the Cougars are 23-15-1 on the season. Flores' 2-1 pitch misses wide, and Cervantes is ahead now. And we have our scoreboard wrong out there. We actually have a 2-2 count, as Flores looks to set down the Marauders 1-2-3 in the first. But her rise ball rises a bit too high, and Cervantes has now run the count full. Sam with a 4.14 ERA this year, over 116 2/3 innings pitched. And Coach Wismath said, hey, I don't have an ace, I have 2 great pitchers, as this one hits Cervantes on the leg, and it'll be a 2-out hit batsman, and give the Marauders their first base runner of the day. So Flores loses Cervantes. It'll bring in Nayeli Delgado, who is doing the catching for the Marauders today. First pitch to Delgado is skied on the right side of the infield. Silva makes the call, two-handed catch to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, a hit batsman, but no problem for Sam Flores. A scoreless top of the first. Cougars coming up to bat next.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
To the bottom of the first we go, and here's how John Wismath lineup looks for the final regular season game. Alyssa Silva leads off, Lisa Motes batting second, Ashlyn Heck hitting third, Ali Melgar in the cleanup spot, Julia Fuentes hits fifth, Brianne Tall hitting sixth, Sabrina Engelbrecht playing first and batting seventh, Elizabeth Rowe, the designated player, will hit eighth, and Memory Munoz will round out the Cougars lineup. In the circle for the Marauders is Victoria Alcantar, who the Cougars face for just 2/3 of an inning in their first regular season matchup of the season. Alcantar's ready, and her first pitch is over for a strike to Alyssa Silva. Defensive alignment for the Marauders: Cervantes at third, Carrillo at short, Reiser at second base, Nito at first, Delgado behind the dish, with Johnson, Hernandez, and Holman from left to right in the outfield. One pitch to Silva is lifted to the right side, but foul. Silva was 0 for 3 in game 2 of the Cougars doubleheader versus Palomar. Freshman out of Tahunga, California, Verdugo Hills High School, is rung up on a called strike 3. And Alcantar has the first out of her afternoon. So Alcantar goes to the outer half of the plate and gets Silva looking for the first out. And it'll bring in Lisa Motes. First pitch to Motes, a little off-speed pitch that Lisa nods her head at. Gets out of the box and now steps back in. Lisa having a tremendous season for the Cougars, both defensively and at the plate, hitting over 400 on the year, including 3 home runs as she slaps that one foul to the right side, and she's behind 0-2. Lisa been a huge part of the success of the Cougars pitching staff in the circle, calling the games and managing both Samantha Flores and Ali Melgar throughout the season. And she's brought a hot stick to the plate as well. The 0-2, she stays alive and fouls this one off. And Lisa credits it to her confidence and simply trusting in herself, is what she told me. Knowing that she has the ability and not to get too in her head. She's facing an 0-2 count now here to Alcantar. And this one comes in on the hands and misses for ball 1. Ashlyn Heck waits on deck. 1-2 pitch coming to Lisa Motes, and this is a little nubber back past the circle. Carrillo moving to her left, can't handle it cleanly, and Lisa Motes reaches first on an infield single.
Batting third, number 13, center fielder Ashlyn Heck.
So Lisa Motes, who had a 10-game hitting streak snapped in Game 2 versus Palomar on Saturday, starts a new one here in the first inning versus Antelope Valley College with a little infield single. That one just getting past Alcantar in the circle. Carrillo moving to her left swiftly, maybe too quickly, and was up with it, but not with the ball. And so now a base runner for Ashlyn Heck. Ashlyn takes one wide, ball 1. Ashlyn was 1 for 3 in Game 2 versus Palomar. In the first game of the twin billing, had a 2-run triple to open the scoring for COC. In fact, they'd been no hit through the first 6 innings. Their only base runner at that point was an error on the Comets' second baseman back in the 4th. Cougars opened Game 2 with 2 runs in the first, and that was all Sam Flores would need as COC went on to win that one 2-1 and split the doubleheader. It's now 2-0 on Heck. Pitch from Alcantar misses outside, and Heck now way ahead 3-0. Mote's always a threat to steal from first, an aggressive secondary lead out there. And Ashlyn Heck looking to drive her home and get an early lead. 3-0 pitch. Heck taking, and Alcantar just nicks the outside corner. On the year, Heck hitting .431 with 3 home runs and 32 runs driven in. 3-1 pitch fouled back to the screen. With her 32 RBIs, Heck just 2 behind the team leader in Ali Melgar, who waits on deck. Just getting started here at Whitten Field. Bottom of the first, Lisa Motes leading from first base after her infield single and a 3-2 count on Ashlyn Heck. And she slaps this one down the left field line, but foul, and so we'll do it again. Approximately 70 degrees here in Santa Clarita, some scattered clouds and a slight breeze blowing out toward left center field, but a beautiful day for softball as COC wraps up their regular season. And a very important game as they chase Antelope Valley College in the standings, just 1 game behind. A victory today, though, would guarantee them second place as they hold the tiebreaker. 3-2 pitch hit back up the middle, and it gets under the glove of Carrillo. It goes out into center field, and it's back-to-back base hits for the Cougars, and they have 2 runners aboard for their leading RBI hitter, Ali Melgar. So Heck just chops that one, and again, just like Lisa Motes' base hit, just past Alcantara in the circle. Carrillo making an effort, moving to her left, but unable to get there in time as it trickles into center field, and it brings up Ali Melgar now with 2 runners aboard. First pitch to Ali just gets the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Antelope Valley College, coached by Cindy Vargas. Mike Vargas, the assistant coach, as Ali Melgar shows bunt. She comes up empty as the Marauders had the wheel play on. Lisa Motes with a big secondary lead, but nobody there to pick her back to second, so her and Ashlyn Heck remain at their respective bases, and now it's 0-2 on Ali. 0-2 pitch coming from Alcantara, and a rise ball that goes high, and Ali lays off. Cindy Vargas, the Marauders head coach, leading the Marauders to a 47-7 record, including a 21-0 record back in 2008 in her first full season solo as the head coach of the team. And has created an excellent program for Antelope Valley. It's now 2-2 on Ali. And the pitch chopped back up the middle. That's a base hit in the center field. Up with it is Hernandez, but coming around third to score the first Cougars run is Lisa Motes. And COC with an early 1-0 lead in the first inning. So 3 consecutive base hits for the Cougars here in the first inning, and they get on the board as Ali Melgar hits this one right back up the middle. A high chopper that went over the head of Alcantara in the circle and into center field, and Lisa Motes comes motoring around third for the first Cougars run. And now the first pitch to Julia Fuentes is in the dirt. A good block by Delgado. 1-0. Fuentes stands in with a 1-0 count and takes this one for a strike to even things up. Fuentes with an RBI single in both Game 1 and Game 2 over the weekend versus Palomar. Fuentes also creeping up on Ali Melgar's RBI lead, although she just added to it with another. 1-1 pitch comes inside. Delgado pump fakes a throw down to first. But Ali Melgar not far enough off the bag. Surprised not to see Coach John Wismath maybe pinch run for Melgar here, as she could remain in the game. That is something that Coach Wismath has done often throughout the season. It's a 2-1 count now on Fuentes. And she tries to check her swing, but it's a called strike anyway on the inside corner. Breetall waits on deck. Overall in the year, Julia Fuentes with 31 RBIs, 3 home runs, and hitting .368. This one served out in the right field. Going back on it is Holman. She'll make the catch. Tagging from second to third is Ashlyn Heck, as Ali Melgar tempts the Marauders to get her in a rundown and bring home Heck, but the Marauders don't bite on it, and it'll be the second out. So Fuentes moves Heck over to third. Ali Melgar remains at first, and it'll bring in the Cougars' left fielder, Brianne Tall. Tall hitting .280 on the year with 2 home runs and 27 runs driven in. Long wait from Alcantar. She's ready now, and her first pitch is over. Now Ellie Melgar trying to get a run down as Ashlyn Heck will dash toward home plate. They back pick to third, and she dives back in safely. So a perfectly executed rundown by Allie Melgar and Ashlyn Heck. Allie taking off of first, trying to squeeze Heck home on the play. It diverted the attention of Reiser at second, who backpicked to third, but Heck able to dive back in safely, and now Breed Tall stands in with an 0-1 count and 2 runners in scoring position. A 1 in the dirt, nice block from Delgado, and that'll keep Heck at third. Tall was 0 for 3 in both Game 1 and Game 2 of the doubleheader versus Palomar, as we get a circle visit from assistant coach Mike Vargas. Prior to the weekend, Bree with 3 hits in her previous 5 at-bats. She'd also driven in 2 runs between the 2 games versus Glendale and LA Valley on April 19th and April 21st, respectively. Circle visit comes to an end, and Breed Tall now back in the box with a 1-1 count and runners at second and third. And the 1-1 pitch, a good one from Alcantar. She just gets the outside corner and gets ahead 1-2. Cougars already scored 1 here in the first on an RBI knock off the bat of Allie Melgar, but looking for more. 1-2 pitch goes wide, and Breed Tall lays off, and we're even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch coming from Alcantar. And Brital goes down swinging inning. But 3 hits a run, the Cougars strike first here in an ever important conference game.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's.
We go to the top of the second. Cougars scratch out a run in the first, and they lead this one 1-0. And taking a look at the Western State East Division Conference, Bakersfield has it locked up. They remain flawless the entire way, a perfect 12-0 record. Antelope Valley in second place at 8-3, and the Cougars at 7-4. And today's game will dictate who will go home with second place. A victory here today for the Cougars would put them at a tie, with both teams having an 8-4 record, but the Cougars holding the tiebreaker, as their head-to-head record versus LA Mission was 2-0. Meanwhile, Antelope Valley dropping a game to LA Mission earlier last week. San Flores goes back to the circle for her second inning of work. Her first pitch to Amy Manzo is low and in the dirt, ball 1. This one's popped on the infield. Allie Melgar making the call all the way and gets the ball for the first out. So Manzo is retired. It'll bring in Trinity Holman, the Marauders right fielder. Holman hitting .333 on the year, 34 hits in 102 at-bats, and takes a first pitch changeup from Sam for a strike. This is a Marauders team that can definitely lift the ball out of the park. 38 home runs on the year, and Trinity Holman standing in with the team lead at 9. The 0-1 pitch just misses low and in on the feet. Holman 9 home runs and 32 RBIs, also has 7 doubles on the year. Good for a .686 slugging percentage. And a good breaking ball from Sam, and she gets ahead now 1-2. One-two pitch from Sam. Tries to dent the outside corner, but it goes a bit too wide. And it's even now at 2-2. Holman 1 for 2 in her previous game versus San Diego Mesa over the weekend, but a called strike 3 on the inside corner. And Sam Flores retires Holman for the second out. Sam's first strikeout of the game. And she's cleared the first 2 batters of the second inning. And it'll bring in her opposition in the circle, Victoria Alcantar. This one's tapped back up the middle. Memory Munoz moving to her left. Her throw on to first is true. And it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Sam Flores. Middle of the second, Cougars leading this one 1-0.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Bottom 2 here at Whitten Field. Cougars lead this one 1-0. As Victoria Alcantar back out to the circle after giving up 3 consecutive base hits in the first inning, the final of which an RBI single from Ali Melgar. And that is where we stand now. It'll be Sabrina Engelbrecht to lead things off for the Cougars in the bottom of the second. First pitch is a called strike. Alcantar this year in 63 innings pitched, a 3.11 ERA. Also has 76 strikeouts, so well over striking out 1 batter per inning. A 1 pitch is tapped to the left side, foul by Engelbrecht, and it's 0-2. Victoria with a 5-4 record on the year, and she's spun 2 complete games in the process. Engelbrecht hitting .278 on the year with 11 runs driven in. But behind 0-2 here to Alcantar. And she hits this one down the right field line, but right where Nito is playing. She picks it up and steps on the bag herself for the first out. So Engelbrecht retired, and it'll bring in Elizabeth Rowe, the designated player here today. And Elizabeth was honored today before the pregame, in the pregame ceremony for Sophomore Day, as she will continue her career after some hopeful playoff games for the Cougars. They're ranked 20th in the state of California, and you look at their API, or in other words, their strength of schedule, and it's up there with the best of them. They've certainly had a tough schedule as Rowe hits this one into center field, and she's got herself a one-out base knock. So the pregame honors for Rowe, and she delivers here in the second inning and gets the Cougars going. She'll lead from first, and it'll be Memory Munoz who will stand in. Gonna have a pinch runner for Rowe at first. It's gonna be Gabriela Gonzalez. So one sophomore who was honored today replaces another on the bases. Gabriela Gonzalez, another sophomore who will be moving on after this year. And here's Memory Munoz. Munoz with a base knock in game 2, but shows bunt here and gets down a good one to the third base side. Cervantes up with it, and her throw on to first in time to retire Munoz, but a successful sacrifice as Gonzalez moves down to second. So it'll turn things over back to the top of the lineup and bring up Alyssa Silva. Silva went down looking back in the first inning to lead this game off for the Cougars. First pitch is low. Cougars looking to add on another one here after scoring in the first. One-0 to Silva, misses wide, and Alcantar falls behind 2-0. Silva hitting .292 on the season with a .341 on-base percentage. A ton of speed in those legs, 3 triples and 5 doubles, and she's also come home and scored 30 runs this year. She waits on Alcantar, who shakes the ball in her glove. She's ready now and into the windup, and her 2-0 comes inside, and Silva well ahead 3-0 now. Gabriela Gonzalez leads from second. She came into pinch run for Elizabeth Rowe, who had a one-out single. Emery Munoz sacrifice bunted her over. And Silva takes a 3-0 strike. Looking to drive Gonzalez home with the second Cougars run of the afternoon. One pitch chopped on the ground to the left side. Carrillo up with it, but her throw goes wide. And incoming to score is Gabriela Gonzalez, and the Cougars take a 2-0 lead in the second. So Denise Carrillo with plenty of time on that ball, hit pretty hard and almost right where she was positioned at shortstop. But her throw goes wide to Nito at first and up against the fence along the Marauders dugout. And Gabriela Gonzalez, chugging all the way around third, comes home to score. As Lisa Moat stands in and swings and fouls the first pitch off to the right, 0-1. So Silva doing a good job of working the count against Alcantar and putting the ball in play on 3-1. Put the ball in play and sometimes good things happen. So run comes home to score on the error. Silva now leading from first, and Lisa Moats, the Cougars' leading hitter, stands in. She hits this one back up the middle. Carrillo unable to handle it on the hop, and everybody's safe. So a little bit of English on that ball as Carrillo was dashing towards second to cover. Silva was in motion on the pitch. She was perfectly positioned to field it on a hop, but it just spun basically back the way she was coming from, and she couldn't handle it, and everyone's safe. So it puts runners at first and second for Ashlyn Heck with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Heck, and she pulls the string and comes up empty. So the Cougars scoring a run in each of the first 2 innings of this one, but have much bigger ideas with one of their leading hitters in Heck at the plate and 2 runners aboard. And she hits this one into deep left field. That's over the head of Johnson. Coming home to score is Silva. Here comes Lisa Moats. The throw not in time. It gets past Delgado at the backstop, and Ashlyn Heck comes into third with a 2-run double.
Number 22, first baseman Allison Milgar.
So Ashlyn Heck drives home 2 more, and it's a 3-run second inning for the Cougars, and they extend their lead to 4-0. Now Allie Melgar stands in, who drove in the first run of the game for the Cougars and takes wide, ball 1. And the inning really opened up after the back-to-back errors by Carrillo at short. Alcantar with the unearned runs, and just simply trying to put the Cougars away now. One and one count. Here's the pitch from Alcantar, and Allie waits on it. It hits off of the glove of Carrillo, and incoming to score is Ashlyn Heck with the 4th Cougars run of the inning. So some difficulty for the Marauders shortstop this inning as she boots another one. A tough play there on a line drive. She was able to throw her glove at it and stab it out of the air, but unable to make the catch, and Allie Melgar ends up at first on what likely will be called the 3rd error of the inning on Carrillo, and it brings home Heck for the 5th Cougars run of the afternoon. So now it'll be Julia Fuentes, who flew out to right in her first at-bat, as back pick to first, not in time. Vanessa Reyes diving back in safely. Inning began with a unassuming ground out from Sabrina Engelbrecht to Nito at first. Elizabeth Rowe followed that up with a single. Emery Munoz sacrifice bunted her over. And then 2 consecutive errors from Carrillo at short have opened the door. And now Bree Tall hits one on the left side of the infield, and that one will get into left for a base hit. And Julia Fuentes, that was actually with a base hit, and she'll extend the inning now for Bree Tall. So the Cougars just refused to go down here in the second inning. Already 4 runs across, and now runners at first and second for Brianne Tall, and she's first pitch swinging and comes up empty, 0-1. After the 2 errors from Carrillo, Ashlyn Heck hit a second pitch double into left field over the head of Johnson. That would score both Alyssa Silva and Lisa Moats, as Heck took third on the play. And Allie Melgar hit a line drive off the glove of Carrillo for her 3rd error of the inning, and that's scoring Heck for the 4th Cougars run. Tall now down in the count 0-2. Here's Alcantar's pitch, and it misses wide, and Bree Tall lays off. It's 1-2. Sabrina Engelbrecht waits on deck. She led off this inning. Cougars have hit around now. Second place on the line in the conference. And the Cougars off to a good start as Bree Tall hits this one deep to right center field, but moving over is Holman, and she'll reel it in for the final out. But 4 Cougars runs come across. They extend their lead 5-0 after 2 here at Whitten Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
We go to the top of the third. The Cougars have busted open a 5-0 lead after a 4-run second inning. And the Marauders will look to try to chip away now. They'll have Victoria Alcantar followed by Alana Hernandez, and then the top of the lineup with Ariel Nito. Sam Flores' first pitch misses low and in on the feet of Alcantar, 1-0. Sam's faced just one over the minimum through 2 innings. Just a hit batsman when she hit Savannah Cervantes with 2 outs in the first inning. Other than that, has been spotless. Retired the Marauders on 6 pitches in the second inning and went 1-2-3 through Monzo, Holman, and Carrillo. She's behind now 2-0 on Alcantar, and she slaps this one in the right field. Coming on is Julia Fuentes, and it runs up her arm, and it'll be the first base hit of the afternoon for Antelope Valley. So Julia Fuentes coming on strong to try to make that catch. Looks like it hit off the heel of her glove and then ran up the length of her arm. A hard hit ball off the bat of Alcantar, and it'll be the first hit in the ledger for AVC. So leadoff runner aboard for the first time for the Marauders, and it brings in Alana Hernandez, and she shows bunt and gets down a beauty. Flores out of the circle, her throw goes high and into right field. Backed up by Julia Fuentes, but going to third is Alcantar, and the Marauders are set with runners at the corner and no one out. So Hernandez was simply looking to sacrifice Alcantar up to second. Instead, it was a beauty that brought Sam Flores all the way to the third base line near home plate, and her throw goes over the head of Sabrina Engelbrecht and into right field. So Alcantar now leads from third, Hernandez at first, and the leadoff hitter Ariel Nito stands in. First pitch from Flores doesn't miss by much, but deemed low and inside, 1-0. Sam Flores facing her first bit of adversity here in the third inning. Her 1-0 pitch is fouled back by Nito, 1-1 now. Nito popped out to Ali Melgar at third to open the game. This is an Antelope Valley team that does a lot of stuff very well, but particularly their hitting. 5th in the state of California in terms of runs scored with 287. They also lead the state in long balls with 38. So certainly a team that can nickel and dime you and get base hits and hit for average, but also hit the ball out of the yard. But this one's popped up on the infield. Memory Munoz has the call. She makes the two-handed catch for the first out of the third inning. So Nito pops out on the left side of the infield in both of her at-bats today, and a king-sized out for Sam Flores in the circle, who was faced with runners on the corners and nobody out. She'll now welcome in Haley Johnson, who's 0 for 1. With Alcantar leading from third and Hernandez leading from first. Flores gets her first pitch over, 0-1. 0-1, a beautiful off-speed pitch from Sam, and she gets well ahead. It's now 0-2. Johnson flew out to Ashlyn Heck in center field back in the first inning. Haley hitting .352 on the year with an on-base percentage near 500. Sam's 0-2 pitch goes wide. And Johnson remains alive. It's 1-2. Haley Johnson with 2 home runs and 18 RBIs on the season. And tough to strike out, just 11 Ks on the year. She slaps this one to the left side, giving chase are Melgar, Munoz, and Tall, but none of the trio are able to get to it in time as it lands foul. So Johnson able to keep the at-bat going. Flores looking to set her down and extinguish the third inning rally from the Marauders. 1-2 pitch misses outside, and it's now even at 2-2. Two pitch. Sam Flores tries to get Johnson to chase on a ball in the dirt, but Johnson, wise to it, lays off, and she runs the count full now. So 2 on, 1 out, and a full count to Johnson with Savannah Cervantes waiting on deck. Pitch from Flores is skied into center field. Heck has it measured. That'll bring in Alcantar with the first Marauders run, and it's now 5-1 COC. So Sam Flores induces a fly out from Johnson. It brings home the first run of the day for Antelope Valley. But if you're Sam Flores, you have to be happy with that trade-off as she gets the second out of the inning. This inning began with runners on the corners and nobody out. And Flores has tiptoed out of danger, not quite out of it yet, but just 1 run across and 2 retired with Savannah Cervantes at the plate. Cervantes was hit by a pitch in the first inning, and up until the third here was the only base runner of the day for Antelope Valley. She hits this one deep to left field, and all Bree Tull can do is watch it fly over the fence. A 2-run shot for Savannah Cervantes, and the Marauders have cut into the Cougars' lead. It's now 5-3. For Cervantes, her 5th home run of the year and her 46th and 47th RBIs on the season. As Sam Flores came very close to escaping a jam that she had unfortunately created in some part by her throwing error to first on the sac bunt from Alana Hernandez. She got 2 outs Only giving up 1 run, but now a 2-run blast from Marauders 3-hitter. And all of a sudden, Antelope Valley is within 2. Brings in Nayeli Delgado, who fouls this one off to the right, and she falls behind 0-2. Delgado popped out to Alyssa Silva back in the first inning. 0 for 1 on the day. Hitting .304 on the season, though, and some pop in that bat as well. 5 home runs. Takes this one outside, and it's 1-2 now. Inning began. Victoria Alcantar had the first base hit of the afternoon for Antelope Valley, followed by a sac bunt and a throwing error from Flores. As this one's fouled back again. And Delgado stays alive, keeps it at a 1-2 count. Flores was able to induce a fly out from Ariel Nito, a sac fly that brought home Alcantar. But Savannah Cervantes with the big blow of the inning, a 2-run shot into left. 1-2 pitch from Flores, sails outside, and Delgado's got it even now at 2-2. Flores gave up a home run on Saturday in Game 2 versus Palomar. A tape measure shot off the bat of Alexia Terrazas. Savannah Cervantes hit one pretty deep as well. As this one's hit down the left field line, and that's a fair ball. It gets past Bree Tall and into the corner, and digging for 2 is Delgado. She makes a turn, but will return to second with a double. So the inning will continue for Antelope Valley, who have already scored 3 and cut into this COC lead. They now trail just by 2. That ball was hit on a line into left field. Bree Tall was able to get over to it in time. It looked like it went in between her legs, though, and all the way to the wall, as this one's now hit back up the middle, but Memory Munoz, sliding to her left, is able to handle it and make the throw on to first for the final out of the inning. But 2 hits, including the big home run from Cervantes, and Antelope Valley is on the board. It's now a 5-3 game here at Whitten Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Bottom 3, Cougars watched as their 5-run lead has evaporated into a 5-3 lead. A 3-run top half of the third for Antelope Valley, and now the Cougars bats will go back to work. For the second consecutive inning, it'll be Sabrina Engelbrecht, and the bottom 3 in the lineup due up for COC. Engelbrecht grounded out to Nito at first base in the second inning and is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. So Victoria Alcantar helping her own cause, starting the third inning, and what ended up bringing home 3 runs. First pitch swinging is Engelbrecht. Up with it is Carrillo, and her throw on to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Carrillo with a couple of hiccups in the second inning. in all likelihood charged with 3 errors that opened the floodgates for the Cougars, as they were able to score 4 runs and extend their lead to 5-0, but first pitch here in the third, and gets an opportunity and handles it flawlessly. Brings up Elizabeth Rowe, who swings through this one. And it's Gabriela Gonzalez, actually, who is pinch hitting for Rowe. She fouls this one down at the plate, and she's behind 0-2. Gonzalez pinch ran for Rowe back in the second inning and would come around to score on Alyssa Silva's hit to Carrillo. That was a throwing error. That was the second run of the game for the Cougars, as Gonzalez flies this one out to right, and Holman measures it and makes the catch for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down for Alcantar here in the third. She's looking for her first 1-2-3 inning, but she'll have to get through Memory Munoz now. Munoz with a sacrifice bunt in the second inning to move Gonzalez down to second. First pitch comes in on the hands and a bit too inside, and it's ball 1. Memory with 17 hits and 68 at-bats on the year, good for a .250 average. She fouls this one back to the right side and off the screen. Nifty play by Delgado, catching the rebound. Alcantar has her behind 0-2, looking for her first 1-2-3 inning, but this one misses wide, and the count runs to 2-1 now. Alyssa Silva would be next. 2-1 misses low, and Memory working a good at-bat here versus the Marauders pitcher. And this one's hit down the left field line, but that'll get foul and out of play. So 3-2 now, with Memory Munoz standing in the box. And Alcantara's pitch is hit back into right center field, but it'll hang up there as Hernandez is able to drift over just in time to make the catch for the final out. First 1-2-3 inning of the day for Alcantar. We're through 3 here at Whitten Field. Cougars lead 5-3.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Top of the fourth, and it's Little Valley able to cut into the Cougars' lead. 3 runs across in the third inning. They'll have Trinity Holman, Denise Carrillo, and Victoria Alcantar due up for them here in the fourth. First pitch from Flores, an off-speed pitch that misses low, ball one. Flores looking to rebound after a third inning that included a throwing error on her part, but did well to escape a first and third jam with nobody outs and only giving up 3 runs. As Holman fouls this one back and out of play. Holman struck out looking back in the second inning. Sam Flores' only strikeout on the day. 1-1 pitch is skied on the left side. Allie Melgar tracking it in foul territory, but can't come up with the catch. A tough play for Allie as she was negotiating the left field sidewall and the wind that tends to swirl here at Whitten Field. She was able to get under it, but it just kept turning in circles, and it lands to the ground for a foul ball. So Holman with some new life at the plate, but behind 1-2. She shows bunt, now pulls back, and Flores' pitch misses low in the dirt, and it's even at 2-2. Holman, as we mentioned earlier, leading this Antelope Valley team with 9 home runs. They now have 39 on the season after Cervantes' bomb in the third inning, leading the state of California, as Holman just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. For Cervantes, her 5th home run of the year, and a team-leading 46th and 47th RBIs. Nayeli Delgado, 2nd on the team with 42, and Trinity Holman 3rd with 32. And this one's hit a sky ball into left field. Going back on it is Bree Toll, and it is out of here. Trinity Holman with her 10th home run on the year, a moonshot to left. That ball was hit as high as it was far, and the Marauders have now cut the lead down to 1 for COC. So Flores gives up home runs in back-to-back innings. A leadoff shot from Trinity Holman that goes out to left field, and it's now 5-4 Cougars. Brings in Denise Carrillo, and Flores' first pitch misses low in the dirt, ball one. Meanwhile, the COC men's baseball team leads Bakersfield 4-0 in the third inning. Cougars fighting for a playoff spot, just over to our right. And Flores falls behind 2-0, and that's going to draw a mound visit from head coach John Wismath. Cougars opened the scoring in the first inning, an RBI single from Allie Melgar. They then added 4 more in the second inning on 3 hits, and thanks in large part to 3 errors from the Marauders. They led 5-0 entering the third inning, but a 3-run third, and now a leadoff home run from Holman here in the fourth has cut the Cougars' lead down to 1. So Wismath with some encouraging words for Flores as Carrillo stands back in with a 2-0 count, and Sam ready to go back to work. 2-0 pitch and gets that one over and back into the strike zone. It's 2-1. Alcantar waits on deck. Flores' counterpart in the circle today. Off-speed pitch popped into center field, and Ashlyn Heck is camped under it for the first out of the inning. So the circle visit from John Wismath does wonders as Sam gets a strike over and then induces a fly out from Carrillo for the first out. And now Victoria Alcantar will stand in. Victoria had the first base hit of the afternoon for the Marauders. That opened up the third inning, and She would later come around to score on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Haley Johnson. Alcantar watches Flores' first pitch miss outside, 1-0. Flores' pitch runs high, and Alcantar's ahead 2-0 now. Alcantar hitting .417 on the year, 30 hits and 72 at-bats, including 4 home runs. And Flores is way behind. That one misses in the dirt. It's 3-0. So Alcantar, a dual athlete, has thrown 63 innings in the circle this year, in addition to a batting average over 400. And in a good hitter's count, 3-0. And Sam misses wide, and Alcantar walks on 4 pitches.
Number 10, center fielder Alana Hernandez.
So Alana Hernandez will stand in now. She bunted, and it looked like for a sacrifice to simply move Alcantar over in the 3rd inning, but Sam Flores fielding the ball along the 3rd base line threw high to Engelbrecht at first. Hernandez able to get to first safely on the errant throw as Alcantar was able to go down to 3rd. Hernandez takes Flores' first pitch inside, ball 1. This one gets fouled back overhead, and Flores evens things up. Hernandez hitting just .200 on the year in 50 at-bats, but 2 home runs. And she shows bunt now and gets a good one down. This a much easier play for Sam as she fields it and throws on to Engelbrecht at first for the 2nd out of the inning.
Number 23, first baseman Ariel Nieto.
So Alcantar goes down to 2nd on the sacrifice. But Flores able to handle this bunt attempt from Hernandez and throw on to first for the 2nd out of the inning. As it looks like we're going to get a change here now from Cindy Vargas, and we're going to have a pinch runner at 2nd. It's going to be Nael Grimes pinch running for Alcantar at 2nd as Ariel Nieto stands in with 2 outs here in the 4th. Cougars lead 5-4. They began the game with a 5-0 lead. They've seen it cut down as this one served in the center field. Ashlyn Heck up with it. Her throw to the plate is perfectly on time. Lisa Moch applies the tag, and Ashlyn Heck with a beautiful throw to cut down the potential game-tying run at the plate. Ashlyn Heck comes up firing with a perfect strike to Lisa Motes behind the plate, who applies the tag to Alcantar at home plate, and the Cougars prevent the tying run from scoring. We're through 3.5 here at Whitten Field. Cougars lead 5-4.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above?
So a terrific throw from Ashlyn Heck from center field to gun down Grimes, who was attempting to score the game-tying run on a single by Ariel Nito up the middle. And it gets there perfectly on time, and Lisa Motes applies the tag, so the Cougars retain their 5-4 lead. We're in the bottom of the fourth now, and it'll be the top of the lineup for COC. Alyssa Silva stands in, and she hits this one in the right field, but Holman coming on, can't make the catch. It deflects off her glove, and Silva will pull into second. Trinity Holman tracking that one all the way. Looks like she dropped to a knee on the slide to try to make that catch, and it just deflected off the outside of her glove and trickled out into foul territory. So it'll be an error on the Marauders' right fielder, and it'll put Alyssa Silva at second to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Lisa Motes will stand in now. 1 for 2 on the afternoon, a base knock back in the first inning, and she fouls Alcantar's first pitch back. So Silva, after striking out looking in the first inning, has put the ball in play in each of her last 2 at-bats and has reached on fielding errors by Antelope Valley. Put the ball in play, and sometimes good things happen. Lisa Motes now shows bunt, and that one coming for her head, and she almost defensively puts the bat on it, but it fouls back to the screen, and Lisa now down in the count 0-2. Cougars scored 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, but Alcantar with her first spotless inning in the third. Opens this one with a leadoff runner on second, and the Cougars top of the lineup, but Lisa Motes goes down swinging, and Alcantar retires the Cougars catcher on 3 pitches. So a rare strikeout for Lisa Motes, but it'll bring in Ashlyn Heck, who had a terrific throw from center field into Motes at home plate to cut down Grimes with the potential game-tying run for the final out of the top half of the fourth. And now we'll get a circle visit. The Marauders infield will come together and discuss how they want to handle this one. Heck with a 2-run double to left field back in the second inning. That extended the Cougars' lead to 4-0. They once led this game 5-0, but Antelope Valley College has rallied for 3 runs in the second and 1 more in the fourth. 2 home runs in the game for the Marauders as Heck fouls back Alcantar's first pitch, 0-1. For Heck, it was her 33rd and 34 RBIs on her double back in the second inning. Just 1 behind Allie Melgar, who has won this game as well and leads the team with 35. Alcantar just barely misses outside, and Heck lays off, and it's now 1-1. Alyssa Silva leads from second. She reached on a fielding error by Holman in right field. Heck reaches for that one and just lifts it foul and out of play. And Alcantar gets ahead 1-2. Through and through, Ashlyn Heck has been a tremendous hitter for the Cougars all season long. 3 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a .431 average. As she reaches for that one, that was nearly in the right-handed batter's box, and she gets a piece of it to stay alive. Heck riding a little 5-game hitting streak right now. Her best performance coming against LA Valley on April 21st, 3 for 3 that day. And she reaches for this one and pulls it on the right side. Up with it is Reiser, and her throw on to Nito at first in time for the second out. So it'll be left to Allie Melgar now to try to bring Alyssa Silva home, who was granted second on a fielding error by Holman and Wright to open the inning. But the Cougars' 2 and 3 hitters unable to bring her around to score with a much-needed insurance run here in the bottom of the 4th. Allie Melgar already with 1 RBI in this game. She drove in the Cougars' first run back in the opening inning. And Alcantar's first pitch misses outside, 1-0. Allie also hit one on a line to Carrillo at short. Carrillo couldn't handle it. Went down as an error, but 2 well-struck balls by Allie so far this afternoon. 1-0 is hit back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Here comes Alyssa Silva to score, and the Cougars extend their lead. It's now 6-4. So Allie Melgar, thinking simple, hitting the pitch where it is pitched to her, and goes back up the box and into center field for her second RBI of the afternoon. And the Cougars now with a 2-run lead. Here's Julia Fuentes, who lays off of Alcantar's first pitch, ball 1. Fuentes is 1 for 2, a base knock back in the second inning. And lays off of Victoria Alcantar's 1-0 offering, and it goes outside, and it's 2-0. So as much as Ashlyn Heck and Julia Fuentes would like to catch their teammate in terms of team leaders for RBIs, Allie Melgar just keeps adding on. 2 more today, as Alcantar gets one over, and it's now 2-1. A lot of camaraderie on this Cougars softball team. All pick each other up and praise their teammates as often as possible, and some friendly competition among them. Allie Melgar surprisingly on the run, and a sneaky stolen base for Allie. So Allie Melgar sneaks the stolen base of second, and it puts a runner in scoring position for Julia Fuentes now. Just Allie's 4th stolen base of the year, and maybe caught the Marauders sleeping there. Julia Fuentes with a 2-2 count, and Melgar leading from second. Here's the pitch from Alcantar, and Fuentes wasted it away. Some heads-up base running from Allie Melgar, perhaps some aggressive coaching from John Wismath, sending Allie Melgar with 2 outs here in the 4th. Cougars with a 2-0 lead and 1 run across here in the inning. And now an opportunity to scratch another one across. Here's the 2-2 to Fuentes. And a breaking ball on the outside corner, and called strike 3. So Alcantar gives up just the 1 run, but the Cougars extend the lead. It's now 6-4. We're through 4 here at Whitten Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a
Top 5, Cougars leading Antelope Valley College 6-4. Allie Melgar with her second RBI hit of the afternoon in the bottom of the 4th. For the Marauders, it'll be their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Haley Johnson, Savannah Cervantes, and Nayeli Delgado. Johnson stands in 0 for 2, a fly out to center, and a sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd. And first pitch swinging, hits this one on a line, and it hits off the heel of the glove of Ashlyn Heck. So it'll go down as an error on Heck in center field. A tough play. She had a lot of ground to cover as she was coming in for that ball, and it looks like it just hit off of the bottom of her glove and bounced over toward Bree Tall, who was backing her up, shading toward left center field. So a leadoff runner aboard for Antelope Valley. And it'll bring in Savannah Cervantes, who has already made an impact in this game, a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Flores, misses wide, 1-0. Misses wide. Lisa Moats back picks toward first, but Johnson able to dive back in safely. A crucial game for both teams. Antelope Valley 8-3 in conference play. The Cougars 7-4. The winner of this one will take second place in the conference as Flores falls behind now 3-0 on Cervantes. Cougars owning a tiebreaker over Antelope Valley, who dropped the game versus LA Mission last week. Cougars would be the outright second place finishers should they win this one. Flores walks Cervantes on 4 pitches though, and it'll put runners at first and second for the Marauders cleanup hitter, Nayeli Delgado. Just the second walk of the afternoon for Sam. The 3rd time Cervantes has been aboard. Hit by a pitch in the 1st, her homer in the 3rd, and now the 4-pitch walk issued by Flores. Now Flores going to work on Delgado and comes just a bit in too tight on her, and it's 1-0. And you wonder if perhaps Allie Melgar will be asked to pitch at any point in this game. Flores still doing very well and hitting her spots, but into a little bit of trouble here in the 5th, nursing a 2-run lead. 1-0 pitch to Delgado, low in the dirt. And the Marauders cleanup hitter is ahead 2-0. Delgado with a single in the 3rd inning and took second on an error. She hits this one deep to left field. Coming over is Bree Tall into foul territory, and she makes the catch. Bree Tall covering a lot of ground and getting over to that one to record the first out of the inning for Sam Flores.
Number 13, designated player Amy Monzo.
So a big first out for COC, and it'll bring in the designated player Amy Monzo. Monzo hitting .283 on the year. And she just hits a little tapper to Memory Munoz at short. She's up with it, and her only play is to first, but her throw is in time for the second out.
Number 9, right fielder Trinity Holman.
So Memory Munoz charging on that one. It was just tapped to her, though. She was fielding it on the 3rd hop and opted to take the safe out at first. It now puts runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs for potentially the most dangerous hitter in this Marauders lineup, Trinity Holman. And Flores' first pitch is over for a strike. Holman came into today leading the team with 9 home runs, and her power on full display. A solo shot back in the 4th inning, and her 10th home run on the year. Flores' 0-1 misses wide, and it's 1-1. Haley Johnson opened the inning with a ball that rang off the glove of Ashlyn Heck in center. Savannah Cervantes walked on 4 pitches, but Flores has done well to retire both Nayeli Delgado and Amy Monzo. And it's just 1 out away from escaping the jam, but a difficult task ahead with Marauders right fielder Trinity Holman standing in. 1-1 pitch misses just outside, and Holman gets ahead 2-1. Flores ready to go to work. Here's her 2-1 Holman, and it misses wide, and it's 3-1. And perhaps a bit of strategy here. Wismath and the Cougars thinking maybe they would prefer to face Denise Carrillo with first base open. And that is exactly what's going to happen as Holman draws the walk. So with first base open, Flores very careful in the way she pitched Trinity Holman, and it'll bring up Denise Carrillo now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Carrillo stands in 0 for 2 on the afternoon. A ground out to Munoz at short and a fly out to Ashlyn Heck in center. First pitch from Flores is over for a strike, and she gets ahead 0-1. Sam looking to escape a jam here in the 5th. That started with 2 runners aboard and no one out. And Carrillo fouls this one back to the screen, and Flores gets ahead 0-2. Good off-speed pitch from Sam there, changing things up on Denise Carrillo. Top 5, Cougars lead 6-4. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and an 0-2 count on Denise Carrillo. Flores looks at the wrist and gets ready. She's into the windup, and the pitch is fouled off to the right as Carrillo wastes that one away. Carrillo, no easy task either, hitting .389 on the year and a .417 on base percentage, but certainly not the power that Trinity Holman has. Flores is ready. Her 0-2 pitch once again. And just misses outside. And that one didn't miss by much. Carrillo lays off. A good take from her. And Sim will have to go back into her bag of tricks to try to retire the Marauder shortstop. 1-2 pitch on the way. And a little pop-up on the infield along the third base line. Allie Melgar calling all the way, and she makes the catch for the final out. So Sam Flores escapes a jam that started with 2 runners aboard and nobody out. She strands all 3 runners on the base paths after 4.5 here at Whitten Field. COC leads Antelope Valley 6-4.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, Am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Bottom of the fifth, COC leading this one 6-4. As Bree Tall gets ready to stand in. Victoria Alcantar back out for her fifth inning of work for the Marauders. A shaky start to this one for Antelope Valley's pitcher in the circle. Gave up a run in the first and then 3 in the second, albeit not many of them earned. There were 3 errors committed in the inning. She had a 1-2-3 third, but the Cougars able to bring in another unearned run in the fourth. And they lead this one 6-4. Brianne Tall stands in and takes a first pitch breaking ball over for a strike. Bree 0 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging in the first and flew out to right back in the second. Looking to get something going and get a few more runs in here for Sam Flores. She chops this one on the ground up the middle. Diving is Carrillo. She makes the stop, but that's all she could do with it, is put it in her pocket, and it'll go down as an infield single for Brianne Tall. So leadoff runner aboard for the Cougars here in the bottom of the fifth, and it'll bring in Sabrina Engelbrecht, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Bree Tall with some speed, leads from first now. First pitch to Engelbrecht is a good breaking ball that gets over for a strike. You look back at these teams' first matchup back on March 31st, Antelope Valley College with an 8-7 victory. Cougars rallied for 2 runs in the 7th, but their comeback attempt fell just short. In that game, Allie Melgar was the starter for the Cougars. As this one goes high into the backstop, and Bree Tall will take second on the pass ball. So our score bug doesn't look like it's working on our broadcast. We'll try to get that fixed for you. But Bree Tall leads from second with no outs and a 1-1 count on Sabrina Engelbrecht. She fouls this one back to the screen, and Alcantar gets ahead 1-2. Allie Melgard started that game on March 31st at Antelope Valley. Allie went 5 1/3 innings pitched, then gave up 7 runs. Sam Flores did come in and pitch that game. She went 2/3 of an inning, giving up just 1 hit. As this one's chopped to the left side and foul. Alcantar did not make the start that day. It was Madison Reiser who went 6 2/3, but Alcantar was called upon to get the final out. She gave up 3 hits, though, in the process and 2 unearned runs. Marauders still able to squeak out that victory. Cougars lead this one 6-4, though, with second place on the line. Here's the 1-2. Engelbrecht hits it back up the middle, and that's through into center field for a base hit. Bree Tall gets the wave around third, and she comes home to score with the 7th COC run. Sabrina Engelbrecht comes through and drives home Bree Tall, and the Cougars extend their lead. It's now 7-4. Hernandez coming up with that ball, firing to home plate, but her throw went wide of the third base line and past Delgado, and Sabrina Engelbrecht able to take second on the play. And Vanessa Reyes will now pinch run for Engelbrecht at second. And it brings in Gabriela Gonzalez, who flew out to right in her first at-bat, but lays down a perfect bunt, fielded in the circle by Alcantar, and her throw on to first in time, but going down to third is Vanessa Reyes, and a successful sacrifice for Gabriela Gonzalez. So Memory Munoz stands in now. Memory, they sacrificed bunt in the second and flew out to center field back in the third. Vanessa Reyes leading from third. She's pinch running for Sabrina Engelbrecht, who had an RBI base hit 2 batters ago to chase home Breed Tall with the 7th Cougars run of the afternoon. 1-0 pitch to Munoz, misses wide, and she's ahead 2-0. Memory Munoz, always a patient hitter at the plate and shows great discipline, has a great feel for the strike zone and hardly ever chases, and that on display here. In a good hitter's count now against Alcantar. And she hits this one on the right side of the infield. Calling for it is Nito, but she can't make the catch. So Nito fighting the wind and maybe the sun there, unable to come up with it. And Munoz has new life at the plate. Looks on at John Wismath in the third base coaching box for her sign. And now back in the box and ready to go as Alcantar ponders her next pitch. Spins the ball in the glove. She's ready now and into the windup. And showing bunt is Munoz. She gets it down. Coming in to slide at home plate. And Vanessa Reyes is saved. Memory Munoz puts down a bunt right in front of home plate. And Delgado out of the crouch picks it up. But hustling Vanessa Reyes slides in just ahead of the tag. And the Cougars extend their lead. It's now 8-4. So an interesting play call from John Wismath there as he calls on for a bunt from Munoz, who lays one down. It deadened right in front of home plate in between Alcantar and Delgado. Delgado picked it up, but Vanessa Reyes breaking on first contact, able to slide in safely just ahead of the tag. And Munoz now stands at first with an RBI fielder's choice on the play. So 2 runs across here in the 5th after the Cougars added 1 in the 4th, and they've reopened a 4-run lead. And it'll turn things over to the top of the lineup, and Alyssa Silva stands in. She's first pitch swing, little pop up in the circle, caught by Alcantar, and off of first is Munoz, and they double her off to end the inning. So Alyssa Silva hits a little blooper right to Alcantar in the circle, and they double off the Cougars to end the 5th. But 2 runs across, and the Cougars re-extend their lead to 4.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Scoreboard, yeah. Look, it's just nothing's working. It's working on there. It's not working on here. Okay. We go to the top of the 6th, still working with some technical difficulties on the score bug there. It's 8-4 COC. Off for the Marauders, now trailing by 4. Flores back into the circle. Her first pitch misses low, 1-0. There you go. All right, top 5, 7-4. Alcantar tries to check her swing, but she went around, and it's now 1-1. 2 runs across in the bottom of the 5th for the Cougars. It's been a game of runs so far. The Cougars opened this game with a 5-0 lead. Antelope Valley came storming back with 4 runs of their own in the 3rd and 4th inning. But the Cougars tacked 1 on in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. And currently hold a 4-run lead. Alcantar stands in. She got the first rally going back in the 3rd with a single. She lays off the off-speed pitch, and it's low and away for ball 3. Lana Hernandez and Ariel Nito due up next in the inning. Alcantar fouls this one back and out of play. Speaking with John Wismath yesterday, said that he has a great affinity for both of his pitchers, as this one's hit back off the foot of Flores. It trickles out to Munoz at short, whose throw to first is not in time to get Alcantar, and it's a leadoff base runner for the Marauders here in the 6th. So a little nubber off the bat of Alcantar that deflects off the right foot of Flores in the circle. Memory Munoz was there to clean it up, but by the time her throw reached Engelbrecht at first, Alcantar had already reached safely. So leadoff runner on, and it'll bring in Alana Hernandez, who has put down 2 bunts in this game. Takes the first pitch high, and it's 1-0. Go down as an infield single for Alcantar, her 2nd hit of the game. Looking to help her own cause and get the Marauders back into this one. COC leading 8-4. 1-0 pitch, and not bunting is Hernandez, but instead swinging over a fastball, and Flores gets even now, 1-1. But Wismath saying yesterday, great affinity for both Ali Melgar and Sam Flores. Doesn't have an ace. Says he has tremendous faith in both of his pitchers, and they have certainly carried the load throughout the entire season for this team. Wismath also adding he believes his defense alignment with Flores in the circle is his team's best, with Ali Melgar at 3rd and Memory Munoz at short, Silva at 2nd and Engelbrecht at 1st. 1-2 now from Flores in the dirt. Moach tries to block, but it gets away, and down to 2nd goes Alcantar. Flores now 3 times through the lineup after facing Hernandez here, as this one skied into center field, but Ashlyn Heck has it measured and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Number 23, first baseman Ariel.
So Hernandez is retired, and it'll bring the top of the order up for the Marauders, as Ariel Nito will stand in, 1 for 3 on the day, a base hit in the 4th, and a bid to bring home the tying run that inning, if not for a terrific throw from Ashlyn Heck out of center field to gun down the potential tying run. Alcantar leads from 2nd, and Haley Johnson waits on deck. 1-0 pitch is hit deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone, but it is foul. Ariel Nito making a bid for the 3rd Antelope Valley home run of the day, but it's just a few feet to the left of the foul pole. And so instead it'll just go down as a long strike. Flores now with a 1-1 count. This one on the ground to Munoz at short. She picks it up cleanly. Her throw to first in time. Trying to go first to third is Alcantar. And Engelbrecht's throw is not in time. It looked like the throw and tag were applied, but I believe it's going to be called obstruction on Ali Melgar at third. Certainly the ball arrived and the tag was applied before she reached the base. And now Coach John Wismath comes out and wants to have a better explanation for that one. And Wismath actually speaking with Ali Melgar at third and maybe getting an explanation on the play, or perhaps even checking on if she's okay. Maybe took a cleat to the shin there. But she appears to be all right as she remains in the game, and I believe it is going to be called an obstruction there on Ali. It's a slight difference between baseball and softball. Baseball, you could certainly put your cleat in the way of that bag as long as it's within reason. But down to third goes Alcantar. A nice play by Memory Munoz on her throw to first to retire Nito, and then a nice return throw from Engelbrecht to Melgar at third. Now it brings in Haley Johnson, who shows bunt but pulls back as Flores' pitch misses wide. Top of the sixth, 2 outs. Cougars leading this one 8-4 with their eyes on second place in the conference. And Johnson lays off of Flores' 1-0 pitch and it misses high. Two-0 pitch to Johnson. And it misses outside and it's 3-0. Savannah Cervantes looms on deck. Already with 1 home run this game, a 3-run shot coming in the third inning. And it's high, and it's a 4-pitch walk as Flores puts her hands on her thighs in disbelief of that call. She thought that one had just enough of the box, but instead it'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs. And the Marauders' third baseman, Savannah Cervantes, due up. Cervantes already with a home run today, a 3-run homer in the third. Has an opportunity here again. Flores' pitch low and away. Ball 1. Sam trying to negotiate a tough 6th inning here. Stake to a 4-run lead. Or 1-0 to Cervantes, misses high and wide, and Lisa Motes had to jump out of the crouch and toward the left-handed batter's box to get that one. So 2-0 now on a dangerous hitter from this Marauders lineup, and this one misses wide, and it's 3-0. Motes with the throw down to first, but Johnson diving back in safely, and maybe this is the game plan for Wismath and the Cougars. Maybe don't want to give Cervantes a pitch to hit with the base open. And that one goes wide, and that's exactly what it looked like there. It looked like Wismath wanted no part of Savannah Cervantes, who certainly has power, and instead will leave it to the Marauders cleanup hitter, Nayeli Delgado. Delgado is 1 for 3 on the day, a base hit back in the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The Cougars leading 8-4 here in the 6th inning. First pitch from Flores to Delgado, fouled back and out of play. So a leadoff single from Victoria Alcantar, one that hit off the foot of Flores. Flores was able to retire Alana Hernandez on a fly out to center, and then a fielder's choice from Ariel Nito for the second out. The 0-1 pitch from Flores, an off speed that misses outside, and it's even at 1-1. Sam Flores gutting her way through this one. 4 runs, but has worked in and out of trouble all day in a valiant effort in the circle. Her 1-1 misses wide, and it's now 2-1. Tying run at the plate, represented by Delgado. Flores looking to strand them and get her team back into the dugout. An off-speed pitch that just catches the outer half of the plate, and Flores evens things up at 2-2. Bottom 6, bases loaded. Cougars leading 8-4, 2 outs, 2 balls, and 2 strikes. The count on Nayeli Delgado. Flores ready into the windup, and here's her pitch, and it's popped in the air to center field. Under it is Ashlyn Heck. She makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Sam Flores walking the tightrope in the 6th inning, able to escape the jam. She strands all 3 runners, and the Cougars coming up to bat with an 8-4 lead.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
To the bottom of the 6th, Cougars leading this one 8-4. They'll have Lisa Motes, Ashlyn Heck, and Allie Melgar due up as they try to tack on a few more insurance runs entering the 7th inning. Victoria Alcantar still on in this one as Motes is 1 for 3, but first pitch swinging and hits it up the middle. A diving stop by Reiser, but she'll have to put it in her back pocket, and it'll be a leadoff infield single for Lisa Motes.
Number 13, center fielder Ashlyn Heck.
It'll bring in Ashlyn Heck, who is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. A single in the first, but a 2-run double back in the second. That extended the Cougars' lead to 4-0. She'd later come around to score and make it 5-0. She's first pitch swinging. Lisa Motes in motion and easily takes second base. So Lisa Motes with her 2nd stolen base of the afternoon, and it puts a runner in scoring position for the Cougars' 3, 4, and 5 hitters now. Ashlyn almost more like a distracting swing more than anything, maybe to get the attention of Delgado as Lisa Motes was in motion. Wonder if that might have been a play from Coach Wismath as Alcantar's pitch misses wide, and it's 1-1. Ashlyn with 2 RBIs on the day and an opportunity for another one and extend this Cougars lead to 5. 1-1 from Alcantar is hit right back up the middle and off the feet of Alcantar into center field. Around third comes Lisa Motes, scoring the Cougars' 9th run, and they extend their lead here in the 6th inning. It's now 9-4. 3rd RBI on the day for Ashlyn Heck as Lisa Motes motors around third, and the Cougars extend their lead to 5. So Allie Melgar will stand in, already with 2 RBIs on the day. And a similar play as Ashlyn Heck's in motion and dives in safely head first with the stolen base of second. So very similar play to what Ashlyn Heck had just done with Lisa Moats in motion. Just a little half-hearted swing to try to distract Delgado behind the plate with the runner in motion. So Heck now leads from second with no one out. And Allie Melgar takes this one in on the feet, and it's 1-1. With that run, Lisa Moats has scored 3 this afternoon. In the first, second, and now the 6th as Allie Melgar hits this one down the left field line, but just foul. Allie with an RBI single in the first and an RBI single in the 4th. An opportunity for another one here in the 6th. Alcantar being asked to go the distance by Antelope Valley here today. And her 1-2 pitch misses low and in. And Melgar's got it even now at 2-2. A win here today for COC would mean sole possession of second place as they round out their regular season. 2-2 pitch to Allie. She goes up for this one and fouls it back and out of play, and so we'll do it again. With the base hit for Heck, it makes her 3 for 4 on the day and improves on her previous record versus AVC. She was 2 for 3 on March 31st. So 5 for 7 in the season series versus Antelope Valley is Heck. And that without even mentioning her run-saving outfield assist from center field back in the 4th inning to cut down Mael Grimes with what would have been the game-tying run at that time in the game. Still 2-2 to Allie Melgar, and a rise ball, but rise is a bit too high, and the count now runs full. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The Cougars lead in this one 9-4. They opened the game with a 5-0 lead. Antelope Valley came storming back to make it 5-4, but since then 4 unanswered for COC. And a little pop-up on the infield. Carrillo comes in, makes the call, and the two-handed catch for the first out of the inning. So Allie Melgar's retired for the first time this afternoon. And it'll bring in Julia Fuentes, who is 1 for 3 with a base hit back in the 2nd. Ashlyn Heck still out at 2nd. Looking to bring home another run for the Cougars and provide some more insurance for Sam Flores. A good breaking ball from Alcantar gets over, and the count now 2-1. Check that, our scoreboard operator had the count wrong. It's 1-1. Including the 2 hits this inning, Alcantar surrendered 10 on the day. This one comes in on the feet of Fuentes, and she lays off, and it's 2-1. For the Cougars, 9 runs on 10 hits, and they have left 6 runners on today. Breaking ball hit into left field. That's a base hit. Ashlyn Heck getting the wave around third. The relay to the plate. Not in time. And Ashlyn Heck comes home with the 10th Cougar run. And they extend their lead. It's now 10-4. So Julia Fuentes serves one into left field in front of Ashlyn Heck, and John Wismath with some aggressive third base coaching, sending Ashlyn all the way around. Ashlyn not sliding and made it a much closer play than it might have had to be, but regardless, she comes across with the 10th Cougars run, and they've extended to their largest lead of the day. It's now a 6-run ball game. Down to second on the throw went Julia Fuentes. And so now it'll bring in Brianne Tall, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Had a base knock in the 5th and would come around to score on a Sabrina Engelbrecht RBI hit. As Tall hits a little pop-up on the right side of the infield, and Nito able to handle that one for the second out. So it'll bring in Sabrina Engelbrecht, who, as I just mentioned, had an RBI hit in the 5th inning. And an opportunity to do so again with Fuentes leading from second. This one is fouled back and out of play. So 5 unanswered runs for the Cougars, with their eyes on second place in the conference today. Sam Flores will have at least that much margin of error as she goes back out to work in the 7th. A 1 pitch from Alcantar misses on the feet, and it's even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch off the glove of Alcantar in the circle. Picking up is Carrillo. Her throw on to first, though, is not in time. And it'll be an infield single for Sabrina Engelbrecht.
Number 14, designated player, Elizabeth Rowe.
So Elizabeth Rowe is reinserted into this one. Had a base hit and scored a run in the 2nd inning. She was lifted for Gabriela Gonzalez, who took the next 2 turns at bat in the 8th spot of this lineup. But Rowe getting another opportunity here with runners at the corners and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch swinging, little blooper on the right side of the infield, but it'll fall foul. Emery Munoz would be next. Oh, 1 to Munoz is high, and now Engelbrecht going to try to get into a rundown, but Antelope Valley wise to it, and Delgado's throw goes down to 3rd with Fuentes not very far off the base, so it'll be a defensive indifference as Engelbrecht goes down to 2nd. The Cougars trying to steal a run there. They don't do that, but it will put 2 runners in scoring position. And it looks like John Wismath is going to have a pinch runner for Engelbrecht now at 2nd as he wanders over toward the home plate umpire, and that is in fact what he's going to do. And it's going to be Caitlin Soto who will go out to run for Engelbrecht at 2nd. So 1-1 count now on Rowe. And now with 2 runners in scoring position. Alcantar ready, goes into the motion, and this one served in the right center field. Coming over is Hernandez, though, to make the catch. Rowe trying to split the center and right fielders there, but Hernandez equal to the task and makes the catch for the final out. But the Cougars get a few more. They have a 6-run lead going into the 7th inning.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Last chance for the Marauders. They'll have Amy Monzo, Trinity Holman, and Denise Carrillo due up for them, with Sam Flores staked to a 10-4 lead as the Cougars round out their regular season and conference play, and as they look to take sole possession of second place in the Western State East Conference. First pitch to Monzo is fouled back and out of play. 0-1. Sam Flores ran into a little bit of trouble in the third. A 3-run home run off the bat of Savannah Cervantes, as this one gets over for a strike, and she's ahead 0-2. A solo shot off the bat of Trinity Holman in the fourth cut the Cougars' lead down to 1, but since then, Sam has thrown up zeros in the 5th and 6th and is in line for a victory here that would secure second place, and that is a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Flores sends down Amy Monzo on 3 pitches. 1 out. Quite the sequence from Sam Flores there, going to the off-speed stuff later in the at-bat. And the leadoff batter for the Marauders is set down with ease. It'll bring in Trinity Holman, who has had one of the contributions to this game. The solo home run in the fourth to lead off the inning. But since then, Sam has been able to negotiate some difficulty in the 5th and 6th. Looking to put the final touches on this game. Holman fouls this one off to the right side, and the count gets even at 1-1. Sam earning a victory on Saturday in Game 2 of the doubleheader with Palomar. Went 7 innings, giving up just 1 run to the 4th-ranked team in the state of California. As this one misses in the dirt. This performance a bit more tenuous, but Sam in her own right has been tremendous today and kept her team in the ball game all afternoon. Her 1-1 to Holman misses wide, and it's now 2-1. It's in fact 3-1 now, as the Marauders right fielder gets ready, and Jack Knives out of the way of that one, and it's a 1-out walk for Antelope Valley here in the 7th. So the Marauders have life, still trailing by 6th, with 1 out here in the final frame. It'll be Denise Carrillo, who's hitless in 3 at-bats. A huge out in the 5th inning from Flores, able to induce an infield pop-up from Carrillo with the bases juiced. First pitch, though, misses low in the dirt, ball 1. Victoria Alcantar waits on deck. Has reached safely in all 3 of her plate appearances, including 2 singles. 1-0 from Flores. This one's hit down the left field line, but it'll go foul. Holman leads from first. Denise Carrillo at the plate with a 1-1 count. And this one's hit on the ground left side, but just wide of the third base bag. And Flores now gets ahead 1-2. Flores looking to put away Carrillo for the second out of the inning. Here's her pitch. And Carrillo just gets a piece of it to stay alive. Alcantara on deck. Alana Hernandez in the hole. Hernandez 0 for 3. In fact, was asked to drop down sacrifice bunts in her first 2 plate appearances. So we'll see if there might be a change from Antelope Valley if it gets that far. Here's 1-2 from Flores, and it just misses outside as Carrillo lays off, and it runs the count even. It's now 2-2. Sophia Trujillo has come in and is playing first base now for Sabrina Engelbrecht. 2-2 pitch. Change up, hit on the ground to Munoz at short. She goes on to second. The relay to first, not in time. So Memory Munoz trying to turn a game-ending double play with her up-the-middle partner, Alyssa Silva. A good feed to Silva for the first out at second, but the relay on to first, not in time to beat the speed of Carrillo. But now 2 outs in the 7th. And Flores 1 away from securing second place for the Cougars in conference play this year. Her first pitch, a good breaking ball over for a strike to Victoria Alcantar, 0-1. Alcantar, Flores' counterpart in the circle today, as Flores asks for a new ball from the home plate umpire. Alcantar, 2 base hits. She's reached base safely in all 3 of her plate appearances today, including a walk in the 4th. Had the first Marauders base hit of the afternoon. Carrillo leads from first, 2 outs here in the 7th. And the pitch misses high, and a back pick from Moats, but Carrillo able to dive back in safely. Marauders down to their last out here in the 7th, trailing 10-4. Cougars once led this game 5-0. As Flores' pitch misses high, and it's 2-1. Antelope Valley College got to within 1, and we're just inches away from tying the game, if not for a outfield assist from the arm of Ashlyn Heck back in the 4th inning. That was the closest they've got as the Cougars have opened a 6-run lead. And this one's hit into center field. Ashlyn Heck coming on, and she makes the catch for the final out of the ball game. The Cougars win this one 10-4. A constant display of offense as they add on runs, and a gem from Sam Flores in the circle. And the Cougars take sole possession of second place in the Western State East Conference as they round out their regular season, and now with their eyes toward a playoff position and a future game coming up very soon. Final lines, the Cougars with 10 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors. The Marauders with 4 runs on 8 hits and 4 errors. We thank you so much for spending the afternoon with us here today for this edition of Cougar Softball. Be sure to check in with us on Friday for men's baseball starting at 2:30 versus Bakersfield. For our entire team here at the Cougar Sports Network, I'm Matt Frieda. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.